Welcome back to our 6 p.m. edition of Arirang News. I'm Yoon, bringing you live coverage from Seoul on Christmas Day. Now, a handful of religious and cultural events have been running in light of Christmas. Designated as a public holiday, many can enjoy a list of festivities in the capital at this time of the year. An annual Christmas Mass celebrating the birth of Jesus Christ took place at the country's biggest cathedral in central Seoul, Myeongdong. Churches have been holding back-to-back worship ceremonies as well. Officials are expecting to see more people come and be out on the streets, whether that is to celebrate Christmas for religious purposes or to enjoy the holidays. On Sunday alone, Christmas Eve, the Myeongdong area, known as the epitome of Christmas with its extravagant lights and media art, attracted a whopping 96,000 visitors. President Yoon wished all Koreans a joyful Christmas, pledging to work harder with the government to enhance people's livelihoods. Attending a church service on Monday, the South Korean leader said that Christmas is full of the love of Jesus Christ, who humbled himself from the state of being God to the lowest place on earth to take on the burden of people's sins. He said he hoped to turn the sparks of hope across society into the practice of Jesus' love through greater efforts with the government. Yoon also offered his condolences for those who lost their lives in accidents, including in a fire at an apartment building in Seoul, pledging to do his utmost for public safety. But a silent night falls in Bethlehem as the war-torn Gaza Strip continues to suffer. With ongoing conflicts around the world, Pope Francis has appealed for peace and love. An Sung-jin brings us the details.
Tonight our hearts are in Bethlehem, where the Prince of Peace is once more rejected by the futile logic of war, by the clash of arms that even today prevents him from finding room in the world. Make us believe, Lord, in the power of your love.
As the pain of war grows across the world, not every Christmas is celebrated with festivities. Pope Francis lamented over the Israel-Hamas war in the Gaza Strip as he kicked off the Christmas Eve Mass at St. Peter's Basilica on Sunday with about 6,500 people in attendance. Bethlehem, the birthplace of Jesus Christ, resembled a ghost town with the clergy canceling Christmas celebrations for the first time. Palestinian Christians held a Christmas vigil with candlelit hymns and prayers for peace in Gaza instead of the usual celebrations. Hours before Christmas landed in the Holy Land, Palestinian health officials stated at least 70 people were killed in an Israeli airstrike on the enclave. More than 20,000 Gazans, predominantly women and children, have been reported dead throughout the ongoing conflict. Despite the week-long truce that ended at the start of the month, ground fighting has only intensified as the war spread across the Gaza Strip, and Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu vowed to continue the fight against Hamas. Meanwhile, in Ukraine, Russian forces fired 71 shells at southern Ukraine's Kherson region on Sunday, killing 4 people and injuring 9 others. The shelling left critical infrastructure such as residential areas, medical facilities, and gas pipes destroyed. In a Christmas message on Sunday, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky thanked his soldiers for spending Christmas on the war front.
We pray for the end of the war. We pray for victory. Darkness will finally lose. Evil will lose.
Ukraine celebrated Christmas on December 25th for the first time this year. The country sought to further distance itself from Russian tradition by no longer celebrating Christmas on January 7th, as does the Russian Orthodox Church. Instead, it shifted to the Western calendar, also known as the Gregorian calendar. This is the second Christmas Ukraine has faced since the beginning of its war with Russia. An Sung-jin, Arirang News.
What could better add to the festive mood this day than the Christmas classic, The Nutcracker? The production is over a century old, but several ballet companies have introduced some exciting changes this year. Our culture correspondent Song Yoo-jin walks us through.
The beloved holiday classic is back. Every year around Christmas, ballet companies from around the world present their take on Tchaikovsky's The Nutcracker. This year, a number of ballet companies have infused a new flavor into this time-honored tradition. The Korean National Ballet and Universal Ballet, the 2 major ballet companies in Korea, have introduced new faces into the main roles, breaking away from the tradition of selecting principal dancers. Ballerina Chung Eun-ji joined the Korean National Ballet in 2021. From her first year, she was an understudy for the main character, Marie. Her debut on Wednesday marked her first time dancing in a leading role.
I still remember watching our company's version of the Nutcracker when I was a kid. This is a role I've always wanted to play. I'm happy and a bit nervous at the same time.
Universal Ballet's Yoon joined the company as a soloist after 7 years at the Hungarian National Ballet. She is playing Clara, another name for Marie. For her, it's a childhood dream come true.
I've danced in the Nutcracker before, but this experience with Universal Ballet is special. When I was young, I had the chance to perform as young Clara with the UBC. The ballerinas who shared the stage with me at that time have now become principal dancers, so preparing this piece with them was particularly meaningful.
Beyond Korea, the Boston Ballet, one of the 4 major ballet companies in the United States, has chosen all 5 of its Korean dancers to play the main roles in the Nutcracker. Among them is Han Seo-hae, the Boston Ballet's first Korean principal dancer, who's been with the company since 2012.
I'm the oldest among the Korean dancers, and I feel both nervous and excited when I see them perform. My sincere wish is for my younger colleagues to dance happily and healthily for a long time because they're so talented.
With its intricate choreography, dazzling set, beautiful scores, and fresh new faces, the Nutcracker continues to enchant audiences around the world and bringing the Christmas spirit. 송유진, Arirang News.
And for the first time in 8 years, South Korea is enjoying a white Christmas. Throughout the day, we've seen up to 7 centimeters of snow pile up in the greater capital area. However, temperatures have fallen below zero, and the authorities have asked people to be cautious when driving or walking outside, especially on slippery roads. For more on the weather in other parts of the country and around the world, let's take a closer look. That's all we have for you on Arirang News. We'll bring you more updates tomorrow. In the meantime, we wish you all a Merry Christmas.